I don't agree with the slogan. I think America is great. And when you say make America great again, you're pretending as if the country is in bad shape and we need to make it something that it already is. It's a great country. A lot of things have happened in this country that have benefited the world and continue to do that. So what we need to do is keep building the good things in the country and minimize the things that divide us.
You know, there's certain things I think that he says and does that I may disagree with, that I think are a little bit harsh and can be said and put differently. However, I think that the reasoning behind a lot of it, and when you really peel the onion back, I think he has good intent. You know, he comes off a little bit harsh.
I'm not one for slogans. I believe in just doing good work and building on the strengths of a community, and that will take care of itself. Bridgeport is a great city. There's a lot of great potential in Bridgeport, a lot of good people. I think what we need to do is to continue to build it with attractions and projects that are going to be interesting to people. For example, this restaurant here and the restaurants in this block here are very positive for Bridgeport. You have a lot of young people moving in and taking advantage of this area in a positive way. The city needs to build on those things. That's how you build a city. You bring diversity in, people of different ethnicities, different age groups that help support a city. Cities traditionally have been the hub of regions. The spokes have been the suburbs, right? And the cities have been the centers of employment, centers of industry, centers of cultural entertainment. And Bridgeport has a lot of those things going for it. It's building on them, it's supporting it, and it's making others know that it exists.
It's important for Americans to be working, for our factories to be producing, to manufacturing to happen here. I think prosperity, family prosperity is important. Our military, our veterans should come first. I think it's a good stance.
Connecticut is per capita one of the wealthiest states in the country, but within those wealthy communities are pockets of poverty. Bridgeport is one example of that. You can go to Greenwich, which per capita is one of the wealthiest in the world, but there's pockets of poverty even in Greenwich. So it exists no matter where no matter where a community is. You know, Bridgeport's experiencing what other cities across the country have been experiencing since the 70s, where people have been moving out of the cities and feeling they make their fortune in the suburbs. And frankly, now what you're seeing is a turnaround. You're seeing people coming back into the cities, supporting cities, the city life. People want to be part of that. We have about 78 languages spoken in the public education system within Bridgeport. And I think we need to do more about supporting and having those cultures made available in the city of Bridgeport. We should see more restaurants from different cultures involved. That's where you really build the diversity of the city. You have that in Bridgeport, but not nearly enough. There should be more of that.
I think that the leadership in Connecticut, in Bridgeport, needs to come together and find ways to incent people to work and build. I think that a lot of the businesses are leaving Connecticut, and we've had one of the slower recoveries since the recession. So there's definitely some things I think that we need to do. GE leaving, we're not a big candidate for Amazon's new headquarters. I don't know what the new casino's looking like, but we need to bring jobs back to Bridgeport, and we need everybody to be united as one, because truly I think everybody is made equally under the hand of God, and it's important to know that I think Republicans and Democrats deep down both feel that same way.
If you want to make Bridgeport stronger and a stronger community, build on its strength. The strength is its diversity. 78 languages spoken in the Bridgeport school system. That's what you want to build on. That's how you build a city. And then the city becomes attractive to people, both on an employment level, an entertainment level, a cultural level, and then people want to come into the city. They want to be part of the city. But if you segregate the city out and say, well, we never really bring people together, it will continue the way, unfortunately, it has.
So I think in Bridgeport, we need to just come together. We're an industrialized city back in the day, right? We're Bridgeport, a lot of shipping. There was a lot of business here. The Hubble Space Telescope was built here. And I think we just need to see more of that. This is a great place, and it was a great place, and I think we can make it greater.
I see factories being repurposed for other things. For instance, businesses like Metro Crops that move into a warehouse space and they are growing hydroponic lettuce and they're employing people from the local area. That's great for Bridgeport. Art galleries. Art is flourishing in Bridgeport. I see galleries, spaces, vacant retail spaces being repurposed into art galleries and art spaces. That's great. People are coming to Bridgeport because they want, there's a lot of culture happening. There's a lot of music. There's a lot of restaurants that are opening up that are new. That's great. So it's becoming a dining destination. There's a new, by McLevy Green, a new German restaurant called Harlan House. There was a theater right next door. All that's being redeveloped. That's great. That'll bring people to downtown Bridgeport. That'll bring people to the concert activities that happen on McLevy Green. I think that's all good for Bridgeport.